We are not rare. But before you leave, you will perceive the lore will be unlocked. You might be stalked by a Sasquatch or a ghost witch, possibly even a ghost that will boast about knowing the Ohio grassman or even the Michigan dogman. Werewolves hunt, poltergeists are up front, but in these backwoods folklore is unlocked.
Welcome back to Folklore Unlocked. I'm Austin, and like always, I'm joined by Ethan.
Yep, hello again, everyone.
And this week we are taking a look at the death of Princess Diana and a little about Princess Diana's early childhood. She was born on July 1st, 1961, to John Spencer, Viscount Althorp, and Frances Spencer, Viscountess Althorp. And she was the fourth of 5 children, although her older brother John died as an infant before she was born. And she played with Princess Andrew and Edward as children, and her parents divorced when she was 7, which apparently affected her very much so, which fair enough, she was young and when the whole divorce happened, so of course it did affect her a lot.
And meeting with Prince Charles. So she first met the now king when she was 16 and he was 29 at the time. And Charles was also dating Diana's older sister, Sarah.
And then the engagement to Prince, now King Charles, well, they were officially engaged on February 6th, 1981, but the official announcement came on February 24th, 1981, with Diana choosing her own engagement ring, with the wedding that was described as a fairy tale wedding being held on July 29th, 1981 at St. Paul's Cathedral instead of the usual Westminster Abbey.
And their children. So the first pregnancy was announced on November 5th of 1981. And then in January of 1982, she ended up throwing herself down a flight of stairs due to feelings of inadequacy. Prince William was then born on June 21st of 1982, and she ended up suffering from postpartum depression. And then Prince Harry was born on September 15th of 1984.
And then the separation and divorce, they separated in December 1992. And this came after both Diana and Charles had affairs. Charles famously with Camilla Parker Bowles, his now wife. And then the divorce was granted on July 15th, 1996, and finalized on August 28th, 1996. And Diana was granted a lump sum of 17 million euros, which was 21.5 million US dollars then, and a modern 34 million euros or 39.8 million US dollars in 2025, and 400,000 euros a year.
And then, of course, we get to the car accident, which it was a single car accident left the new boyfriend, Dottie Fade, and driver Henry Paul dead at the scene of Alma Bridge in Paris, France. Diana's bodyguard, Trevor Reese Jones, was severely injured but survived, and French authorities determined that Paul was drunk and had drugs in his system at the time of the crash. The paparazzi were also giving chase to the vehicle.
So, Diana initially survived the accident, but her heart was displaced to the right side of her chest, which led to the rupturing of her upper left pulmonary vein and pericardium, and multiple resuscitations were attempted, including internal cardiac massage, and she was pronounced dead at 4 in the morning at, that's French, so if you're on YouTube, it's going to be up there that you can see, but I'm going to try my best. The Pate Salpêtrière University Hospital, and forgive me if that's way off, I do not speak French. And the news conference announcing her death was 2 hours later at 6 in the morning.
Yeah, I'm with you. I wouldn't be able to pronounce that either, so I don't blame you. And then there are theories, of course, or general oddness about the death. So, Mohammed Al-Fayed, Dadi's father, alleges that British MI6 and royal family were responsible for the death. And then also there was no CCTV footage that has been released or recovered about the death.
And on to our thoughts, I think that the probability that Diana was the victim of a conspiracy are extremely low, but due to it not being 0%, there is a slim chance of a conspiracy in play, but I don't think there is, considering that, Henry Paul, the driver, was intoxicated with alcohol and drugs and being chased by paparazzi. I think it was just a horrible accident.
Yeah, I agree with Austin. I don't think that there is a conspiracy, but I mean, like he said, there's a slim chance that there could have been. I know it's one of these like really popular conspiracy theories that somehow like MI6 or somehow someone ended up getting them killed, but I don't think it's true.
Yeah, and I think that's all we've got for this week. Next week we're having a similar theme where something did happen, but to the case of what extent is debated in the Black Sox scandal. So stay tuned for that. Any last words, Ethan?
Just thanks for watching, everyone.
Thanks for watching. If you're on YouTube, leave us a like, comment, and subscribe. If you're on Spotify, drop us a comment and follow. And we'll see you next week.
You might wake up beside Spearfinger with an extended visit from Jack the Ripper. But if you're lucky, it'll be an angel on that range hill of Louisiana. You might meet Mary Laveau or the Road. At Folklore Unlocked, Austin and Ethan concoct their theory of the eerie and unexplained around the world, sometimes even the underworld. The lore is locked behind secrets, the folklore is meant to be unlocked. The Sokaloo is haunting NC as well as Tennessee. There are many giants that might be clients of the Dark Watchers, who might have psychokinesis. And the phantom time hypothesis is like a phoenix, coming back around again and again. The laser strain on your brain, if you've got more than 2 brain cells in you, they rate into the Mandela effect, which is subject to folklore.